Hello and welcome back to Greybeard Gaming, where the set is now redder, but I am here and making a video for you. I have a new idea, a new direction for the channel, and what you're about to watch is not it. Hopefully the new direction for the channel will arrive next week, and I think it will be clear and excellent, and I'm excited for it, and I hope you are too. It's been a while, and I'm going to make an update video that explains that, but for right now, if you'd like to watch this video, it is a little bit different. It is a Apollo-style landing in Kerbal Space Program, following the entire launch profile and mission of the Apollo landings back in the 60s. What I did was I took the entire stream and I cut it down into just the actual meat and potatoes, so you don't have to watch all the boring stuff, because who wants to watch the boring stuff, really? I would recommend getting yourself a snack and a drink, putting on your best smoking jacket and a bib, and just relaxing, just hanging out with me. See you next week. Alright, let's do this clean. It's just such a monster. Soon we'll be moving on to the next stage. Really cool on this too, they have all the sort of Sepatrons that did a little bit of the pushing, because it's such a huge rocket, you can't exactly just hope that this separates, like they gotta be sure, so. Here we go. Whoa, 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 don't lose control. Gonna actually throttle up now that we're in space, no reason to waste any time. I'm gonna try and keep this nice and clean. I'm gonna probably raise apogee to about 90,000 meters, or 90 kilometers, also known as. Some corrections. So I'm going to cut the engines there with 80 kilometers apogee. I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and circular. You just get them to look prograde, and then use the engines to get us turned. We're going to get rid of our ejection plans, not going to be necessary anymore. Separate. We got pretty off course here. And the next engine on, that'll help us get facing the way we need to. Now we've really lost our apogee behind us, so I'm going to raise this up again, just to try to circularize a little bit better if possible. So these will be wanting to flip. So we have 79 and 77, I believe. 77, yeah, not bad. Both are outside of atmosphere. I mean, that is nice and clean. Cannot complain. Now, we're gonna go ahead and make our lunar injection, translunar injection, I guess, because it's moving from this body to the other. Take a little guess. I think it should be right around here. Alright, that's pretty good. 40 kilometers is pretty good as well, as far as just the distance away. I think I'm close enough. I'm going to go ahead and start burning. I'm going to watch here. I'm going to bring our throttle down. We finish up this maneuver. And I'll be able to just kind of eyeball it and get the right sort of approach. Alright, so we got 32 kilometers. I don't think that's too bad at all. Look at that. That's actually a really cool... You can see we're going to come in, and then we're going to do a little loop-de-loop, and then we would come back out, and we'd have a pretty close approach. Even if we, you know, did something wrong at this point, we would have almost a free return trajectory, which is pretty cool. All we need to do is a slight maneuver up here at the apoapse, and we'd be able to catch atmosphere and deorbit. So, pretty cool. This is going to open fairing, decouple, and engage the engine here. So we got to make sure that our engines are off. Right. Okay. So we decoupled the command module, I'm gonna wait till these fairings are clear, and then I'm going to actually turn around. We're gonna set this as a target, and we're using our reaction wheels to turn the entire craft. Right now our retrograde is almost exactly away from our target. I'm gonna see, I think this should have RCS thrusters. We'll turn RCS on. And I'm just gonna give it a little forward thrust just to get us going towards our target, which is, of course, the docking port. At this time, I'll check, make sure our docking port is clear. It is. Once I get a little bit closer here, I'm gonna slow myself down to just 0.1 meters per second. Real exciting here, folks. Okay, so down to 0.1 meters per second, going nice and slow. At this time, we're just trying to make sure that we are nicely aligned. Looking pretty good. Magnets should do the rest of the work. I'm gonna slow ourselves down just a little more and bring it over a little more and RCS off and just finagle it just ever so slightly. Bingo. Okay, so that is the maneuver. At this point, once they've successfully docked, now I could be wrong, they could remove this first, but I don't believe they would. They would probably remove it at this time. And it's still like, we've got tons of fuel here. I'm, tempted to use it, but honestly, I think at this point we would decouple, just manually decouple here. Okay, so now we have our command module and our lunar module connected and ready to leave this, I don't know which stage this is, but this top stage behind. So I'm going to go ahead and turn over. Say goodbye to this this upper stage. Okay, we'll come down here, and once we get to 20, so we're approaching it now. Turn the engine on. I'm gonna kill that first. Okay. And we're just gonna bring the other side down to 20 as well. Just try to circularize this a little bit. 17 and 17. That's very low, but it's still entirely safe all the time. At this point, we are perfectly now in the sunny side if we land on the far side of the moon, so that's exactly what we'll do. Get the two boys into the lander. Need to be. Okay, so now that I have both transferred, we can decouple. We'll undock there. I think we have to engage the engine. I'm gonna wait till this clears it. There it's go. Turn the engine on so I can get flipped around. Spot right there. We'll land in this area here. I mean, inside the crater would probably be a bit better. Don't know if that's gonna work perfectly, but hey, we'll give it a shot. This time, extend the legs, if there's any lights or not. There's some lights, I'll turn the lights on. Begin our descent. Probably best to start burning, blowing ourselves down. Don't actually know what the suicide burn is here. The elevation is a little bit high here. Getting a little bit sketched out. I think we're okay. I think we still have enough altitude. But it's definitely going to be a little bit tighter than I'd like. Give myself a little bit of vertical. Just to try to give myself some more time. I don't think this is happening. I think we're crashing here. You can see exactly where it's going to happen too. Shoot. Alright, let's watch the explosion. Oh boy. Okay, so I guess I needed more time after all. Just watch it float. there they go. Terrible loss of life, indeed. I'd like to land in this crater. Actually, no, not that one. There's another one past it. This one is way too close. No way that would happen. But this one would be great. And considering I started the retrograde burn 2 kilometers earlier, it's possible? Yeah, pretty possible. Okay, so hopefully this should be pretty easy now. Are our lights on? No, there we go. There's our shadow. 10 meters per second. 9, 8, 7. Gotta keep that engine on. Engine on. Ooh, little risky. But we did it. We did. It's there. It's landed. We're fine. Did it. So now that it's landed, all we gotta do, get out. Can't even climb on the ladder, but that's okay. We're gonna get out. We're gonna have a little walk around. We're gonna do a little moon jump, because you have to do a moon jump. If you're on the moon, you gotta do a quick moon jump just to see how it feels. And then of course we have to plant the flag. There we go. There we go. Everett's crater. It's not actually a crater, but there is a crater like right here. So I mean, close enough, right? Now that we've done that, we can hop back in the right back in the lunar excursion module board. Now, what we need to do, we have to wait until the command module is gonna be above us, and when that happens, that's when we will make our escape. And we'll meet back up with it. What's interesting is we're supposed to leave all of this hardware behind. Doesn't leave us with much, but I think we just gotta do it. What we'll do then is we're gonna get this engine, we're gonna shut it down so that I can throttle up entirely without taking off, so that when I detach and stage the next engine, we will be flying, right? So let's take a look for this command module. We're gonna orbit around the moon, and once it makes it to about this point, I'm gonna start taking off. Now I'm just eyeballing this. There's an actual time, like they would know the exact math as to when they want to take off so that they rendezvous perfectly. That is not something that I'm gonna do, because I don't want to do any math right now. So we're just gonna take off. Throttle up all the way, and you're gonna see that this piece here, the top piece, is gonna detach from the bottom landing part. All of this hardware is extra weight that we don't need to carry, right? So we're just gonna detach with this top part. And this is actually what the real lunar excursion module did. So let's go ahead. I don't know what just happened. I actually have no clue. There's fuel here, I can see it. Ah, these need to be turned on. Okay. So I can tell you what happened. I understand what happened now. What happened is this top part here has some fuel built into it. That's in order to use this last engine. And to make sure that none of this fuel gets used on any other stages, including this landing stage, all of these fuels are locked. So I have to unlock all of these fuel stages, or fuel, I don't know what to call it. I have to unlock them, what I'm trying to say. And then we can actually fly. We're ready to go. Throttle up. Take off. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What else have we done wrong? Okay, so something is going wrong here. Perhaps with the RCS on, it could keep us righted so that we don't flip over. Interesting idea, right? RCS is the reaction control system, maybe? That's not right. But anyways, it's these little cold gas thrusters. They're very small, they're sort of omnidirectional, they can push us in almost any direction, unlike our engine, which can only really push us in one direction. So they should actually give us the ability to control the spacecraft and keep it moving in the direction that we want it to and not flip over. Thrusters up. Okay, so now we have much better control. Issue is going to be getting up to speed and meeting up with the lunar command module. And how are we going to make it all the way up there? We've used up almost half of our fuel already. Definitely over half of our fuel at this time. Our apoapsis is almost as high as we need it to be. We need this to reach about 20 kilometers. They're at a height of 28, actually. We need to bring this up to about 28. And fix our inclination. Oh boy. Okay, so we've got this to 28, which is the same height as the orbit that we're trying to reach. Honestly, we just have to try to achieve orbit and worry about our inclination afterwards. Because if we're in orbit, at least we're safe. We're not crashing back down to the surface of the Mun. Wow, this is actually not bad at all. I actually timed this pretty well. This is the command module, this is the lunar module, and we're just trying to rendezvous. Oh, okay, we've actually brought our periaps up to 22. We want this to be 28. We're gonna burn prograde just slightly longer, and that should do it. Now, our inclination is wrong. I'm gonna set this as a target, and I'm gonna use up the rest of our fuel trying to fix our inclination. So it's got 30 meters per second of delta V after doing that inclination change. That's pretty incredible. And they are pretty close to us, which is nice. All I need to do at this time is probably wait till our closest approach, and then I think we're gonna be slightly ahead of our target. Target position, our position. So we're slightly ahead of our target, which means we need to slow down. And so how you do that is by increasing your orbit slightly. 3.2 will do, fine with that. So that is our next maneuver. It's gonna cost us 2.5 meters per second of delta V, which we've got 32. So we're looking good. We're looking real good. We're gonna be getting closer and closer to this command module. Now they're getting out ahead of us, but we're not completely aligned with the way our orbits are working. So you'll see, like, we'll cross over each other, and then I'm gonna be coming in hot. So you'll see I'll basically start catching up here. Here we go, catching up, and pretty soon we're gonna be at our closest point. It's coming up just up here. I have to burn towards our target retrograde, which just means our difference in velocity to the target is decreasing. So right now we have 13 meters per second of speed, different than the target in our orbit, so we're going to bring that down to 0. And you can see our fuel is so low, we're just running on fumes here. But that's fine, we'll use up everything we can to get this done. 3, 2, 1 meters per second different, and almost nothing at all. We'll call it there, 0.1. Okay. And can we see where the other craft is at this point? I'm not seeing it, are you? It should be slightly ahead of us and forward, but it is pretty far away still. So, now that we've done that, closest approach is now 1.7 kilometers. All right, our fuel is depleted. We can cut off our engine because it doesn't matter anyways. We have no fuel left. At this time, I'll switch over to the command module. I think the guys in the lunar module did great. They gave us a nice close approach. So we need to set them as our target. You can see our closest approach here is at just under a kilometer difference. Where are these guys? I feel like I'm gonna find them when we crash into them, which is the concerning part. Whoa, 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 whoa. There they are. Okay, let's get rid of our relative velocity. Get into a parking. Start heading towards them at 0.5 meters per second. We're coming in a little bit fast here. I'm gonna slow it down as we get a little closer. Okay. Easy does it. Easy does it. I mean, now Kith? Now Kith. It's easy as that, folks. We managed to get there, land, take back off, rendezvous, and now it's time to go home. You know, they say that the Apollo missions were hard. They say that they were. I don't know if I buy it. Like, I'm sorry, Buzz, but, you know, you just did your job. It wasn't that hard. I'm gonna bring it down right about here. Let's go ahead and shoot. Shoot, shoot, kaboot, and scoot back to the planet. And the burn is complete. Ooh, that was real close. I don't need to carry this guy around with me anymore. I could go ahead and drop him. All right, let's let him go. Goodbye, LEM. Time to make our descent. There we go. All right. Time to deorbit. There are some... Oh, wow. I didn't even press the parachutes button, but I'll take it. But I'm pretty excited that I managed to pull off the Apollo moon landing. It is not easy, because there's 2 dockings, one of which is quite easy because it's simply the command module and the lunar module need to detach, flip, and then attach again. They're oriented backwards. But the second one, like leaving the lunar surface with such limited resources and then rendezvousing with the command module is not easy. As you saw, I mean, I had no fuel left over on the lunar lander, or on the ascent module of the lunar lander, and I had no fuel left over whatsoever once I made my my last burn to bring the command module home. Yeah, I mean, like, I've played this game a lot, so yeah, I'd hope I could do it at this point, but it's not the easiest way to do it.
If you're still here, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it and you're still here, that is a very stunning and impressive show of self-flagellation and flagellation? Not flatuation. I'm impressed. Either way, if you've stuck it out, I hope you enjoyed. I already said that. Graybeard, out.